And, of course, all of you at home tonight, a Piers Morgan Live special, Not Guilty, the Zimmerman verdict. It's the case that America is talking about. And I want to hear from you. Tweet us at Piers Morgan Live or at Piers Morgan. Tonight, my exclusive interview with the star witness in the case, Rachel Jeantel, speaking out for the first time since she took the stand.
I asked him how the man looked like. He looked like a creepy ass cracker.
She's here, live in my studio. Plus the interview, you've got to see what George Zimmerman's brother told me just after the verdict was announced.
They have seen what Trayvon Martin did to my brother. And it's high time that they accept that the jury system that we have in this country is a system that we should respect.
Also, my exclusive with the man who defended Casey Anthony. Why he says this is not a case about racial profiling. Plus my legal eagles, Judge Glenda Hatchett, Joanna Demetrius, Jeffrey Toobin and Janie Weintraub. I'll ask all of them, was his case more about the law than the colour of anybody's skin? And was the prosecution simply outfoxed by the defence? This is Piers Morgan Live. With the young woman who was on the phone with Trayvon Martin moments before he died. This is Rachel Jeantel's first interview since she testified in the trial, and she joins me now exclusively along with her attorney, Rod Vereen. Rachel, welcome to you.
Hi, how are you?
You're very famous now. Everybody watched your testimony. Everybody saw somebody who looked like they didn't really want to be there, but also suffering from the fact that you lost your great friend, Trayvon. Tell me, first of all, your reaction to the fact that George Zimmerman was acquitted.
Disappointed, upset, angry, questioned, and mad.
The jury decided, after a long deliberation, that the prosecution hadn't proved its case. They believed that it was Trayvon on top of George Zimmerman, that it was George Zimmerman's voice on the tape crying out for help, and that therefore they concluded he had acted in self-defense. What do you say to that?
BS. Just BS.
In your heart, what do you believe happened?
He was trying to get home. And he was. And that's a fact.
And you know that because you were talking to him?
Yes, sir.
One thing we didn't get in this trial, Rachel, was a real sense of what Trayvon Martin was really like. Nobody knew him better than you. How often would you talk to Trayvon?
All day.
All day long?
Yeah, all day.
You were telling me earlier you had phone records that were produced where it was literally all day.
Yeah, they showed me phone records. I had to say, wow.
All day long? You're on your Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
Just talking to Trayvon?
I have 3 Bluetooth, so trust me, I'll never wait that time.
What kind of guy was he?
He was a calm, chill, loving person. Loves his family, definitely his mother. And good friend.
What would you talk about?
Really, what we're going to be in life, how life's going to happen, what's going on currently around that time. And mind you, around that time, it was both of our birthday had passed. So we was talking about what happened and that.
He was a good friend to you? A kind friend?
Yes.
Was he ever aggressive?
No.
Did you ever see him aggressive?
No.
Did he ever lose his temper?
No.
He really was a calm guy?
Yes.
So when people have tried to paint a picture of a young thug because he was in a hoodie and was walking home.
First of all, Trayvon is not a thug. They need to know a definition of a thug to be judging a person. Well, a teenager, mind you, a teenager could post anything. Even I post anything to just brag. That's just brag.
You mean the stuff on social media, Facebook and so on?
That's just brag. It's not true.
Again, they tried to paint a picture of somebody interested in guns, who took a lot of drugs. Let's get to the truth about that. Did he ever talk to you about guns?
No.
Did you ever see him with a gun?
No.
What about drugs?
Drugs. Okay. Weed, you say marijuana, but in my area, we say weed. My area, weed, for Trayvon, I can explain one thing. We don't make him go crazy. It just make him go hungry.
But he did.
Like, that's the best thing I can say. He make him hungry.
Did he take a lot of weed?
No.
How much would you say?
Like, twice a week?
Twice a week?
Yes.
Is that normal for teenagers in your community?
Yes, real normal.
You would do the same?
No, because I don't, no.
You don't take it?
No.
But you knew Trayvon did. He would tell you that. We know that there was some evidence of that in his blood.
Yes.
What the defense again tried to paint a picture of was somebody who, because of the drug use, that would make him more violent.
No. That, like I said, that's BS. That's just their opinions. That's the problem in this case. That was their opinion.
Do you think they understood the world that you and Trayvon come from?
No.
Don West gave you a very hard time, the defense attorney.
Don West.
What is your view of him?
All I have to say, he lucky I'm a Christian.
I want to clear up one thing before we come on to Don West. A lot of people have mocked you. Well, they've called you all sorts of things. You know that on Twitter. I came to your defense at one stage and I found it so disgusting. They called you stupid. They were very racist to you. The people I saw on Twitter, a lot of people were very racist to you. But they also mocked you for the way that you spoke.
Okay.
Now, explain to me the background to that.
The way I speak. A lot of people have the same issue I have right now. Okay, how I can say this? I had this situation since kindergarten. You could figure out how I speak. I have an underbite. For me...
Which is a dental condition for your teeth?
No, a bone.
A bone, right.
They gotta push back.
You had to have surgery for it?
Yeah, I gotta have surgery to push it back. And right now, I don't want to do it because it takes a year to heal. And then a lot of people have that situation. The words I can say, it can't come out right. But
have you been bullied for that before?
look at me. No. No.
So you seem to me a very different character tonight to the one we saw in court. You looked like you didn't want to be there. Is that how you felt?
It's not that I didn't want to be there. Is a lot of stress. I was dealing with a lot of stress for 16 months, I think.
And you were grieving a friend?
I was grieving. And I had to deal with around February. My birthday, his birthday, now death. My mother's birthday, his mother's birthday. There's a lot of birthdays up in there. So death creeped me out. I don't do death at all. I even told my parents, I'm not going to their funeral. I'm not doing none of that. I don't like funerals.
For those who just don't know, what effect did it have on you, Trayvon's death? Particularly the shocking fact that you were the last person he was talking to.
Shock. It just shocked you, just like, wow. You can't believe, you can't believe what just happened. You were just a minute on the phone with the person. And he sounded normal. And then a situation happened, and then I'm finding out 2 days later he dead. And then I had to be by a friend telling me, oh, do you know he died at 7:17? And I had to look at my phone. My phone say 7:16. And people got the nerve to tell me, oh, why I ain't come to that funeral. I didn't put Trayvon at that funeral. I didn't put Trayvon in that casket. That's what people need to understand. I did not plan for that week to be at a funeral. That day I was so shaken. Like, wow, this is really happening? He really dead?
Do you miss him?
Well, yes. He is a funny person. And the area that I raised was, no, the area I currently stay at, the whole area miss him. That's where he hang out with. That's his friends, all that. We, you know, they have their grief.
The juror who was interviewed tonight by Anderson Cooper for CNN said that she felt sorry for you, but she also said this. Let's watch the clip.
I want to ask you about some of the different witnesses. Rachel Gentel, the woman who was on the phone with Trayvon Martin at the start of the incident. What did you make of her testimony?
I didn't think it was very credible, but I felt very sorry for her. She didn't ask to be in this place. She didn't ask. She wanted to go. She wanted to leave. She didn't want to be any part of this jury. I think she felt inadequate toward everyone because of her education and her communication skills. I just felt sadness for her.
You're uneducated. You have no communication skills. What do you feel about what that juror said about you?
Angry. Upset. And then the closing, when the state closed, they trying to explain what kind of person I am. And you can see the kind of person I am. I never, out of the whole stand, I never cussed out Dawn. Even during our little back, since March, I've been dealing with Don Weston.
Don Weston, you actually saw him here in the CNN. He was here to do Anderson's show.
Yeah.
What did that make you feel to see him again?
I'll hold it back. The only reason I have not said nothing to Don Weston, because my parent taught me better. That's an adult. You don't have the right to disrespect an adult. Don't curse. Okay, I did give attitude, but you know, that's me.
I liked your attitude. When we come back, I want to talk to you about this particular moment, and it was discussed again with Anderson and the juror tonight, but the moment when we had this reference to creepy ass cracker, because that became a very phrase, and I want to get from you exactly what it means.